Okay, time for your actual assessment. Yesterday you completed your study guide. You should be prepared and ready. Hopefully you have completed all of your 1 through 8 Zern lessons for this mission. And that way you have already been exposed to all of this information through Zern. You've been exposed to this information through our class lessons, and now you are ready for the assessment. Again, we are covering our standard where we should be able to fluently add, subtract, and multiply at this point multi-digit decimals using a standard algorithm for each operation. Okay, so that is the goal, is that you will, by the end of this mission, have mastered the ability to fluently add, subtract, and multiply multi-digit decimals. That means decimal numbers that include decimals and are more than one digit using a standard algorithm. That means stacking them, and then through the process of solving the problem, you do all the regrouping and distribution. All right, number 1. Now, through the copying, your lines might be a little light for your place value chart, but you should be able to see the lines there, right? So you've got the ones place, and they've given you that decimal point there. You've got the tenths, the hundredths, the thousandths. And it says this model shows 253 thousandths. And then for A, it says use the place value chart to find the value of 253 thousandths plus 173 thousandths. And remember, you're going to do that by adding dots. Okay, you're going to do that by adding dots to the place value chart, and then do any regrouping that has to happen. If you have more than 9 dots in a place value position, you must regroup them, right? 10 dots get regrouped into a group in the next place value position to the left. After you've done that, you are then going to calculate the sum vertically. That means that you are going to solve it through the stacking method, and this is the standard algorithm. If you come to a sum that is greater than 9, you have to regroup. Okay? All right, go ahead and pause and solve these problems. All right, number 2 on the back side is the exact same thing again. You've got your place value chart. The lines are a little light from the copying, but it'll be okay. You can still see the different place value positions, okay? But this time you have 1 and 432 thousandths on your place value chart, and you're going to use the place value chart to find the value of 1 and 432 thousandths minus 524 thousandths. You're going to do that by crossing out your dots. Now, if you don't have enough dots in the place value position, you're going to need to take one from the next place value position over and move it over, and when you distribute that to the smaller place value position, you're going to have to break that apart into 10 pieces. For B, you're going to now calculate the difference vertically. Difference means the answer to subtraction. So you're going to figure out the answer to subtraction vertically. That means with it stacked. Remember, if you cannot take the bottom number from the top number, if this number is greater than this number, you must regroup. All right, number 3, you're going to compute each sum, show your work. So you've got it right now horizontal. You cannot solve it that way. You need to stack it. Okay, so over here to the side, stack them, solve them, regroup if necessary. Number 4. You are going to do the exact same thing, except that you are going to compute the differences. That means you're going to find the answer to subtraction. Remember that you must line up those decimal points, and you can fill in any other gaps with zeros. And then you're going to need to do any regrouping if you cannot take if the bottom number is greater than the top number. Number 6, you're going to solve this multiplication problem in your place value chart. Remember, or your area model. Remember that whichever 2 digits line up in a box, those are the 2 numbers that you multiply in that box. Okay? Whatever 2 numbers come together in a box, that's what you multiply in order to get the partial product. And then you're going to go ahead and add up all those partial products and write your answer there. All right, back side. of the test. Make sure you're doing all parts of the test. I've had students leave pages blank before because they're not paying attention. You have 3 problems, all multiplication. You're going to complete each product. Product is the answer to multiplication. So you're going to stack these up. Remember, it does not matter if your decimal points line up for multiplication, but what does matter is that you have to make sure that you're paying attention to not only Birdie. Shh. You have to make sure that you're not only multiplying the digits, but also the place value positions. So you're not only multiplying 3 and 6, you're multiplying the tenths and tenths. And then for number 8, a pound of strawberries costs $3.45, and a pound of blueberries costs $5.98. What is the combined cost of 8/10 pounds of strawberries and 1 5/10 pounds of blueberries? Remember, this is a 3-part problem. You are going to be multiplying, you are going to be multiplying, and you are going to be adding the products from both your multiplication. Remember from our video that we did. All right. I know you'll do great.